Hello and welcome to TTFL Tier 1. It is round 14 and we are at France. Completely confused myself there, but we are at France tonight. We've got short quali as there are only 11 drivers. There'll be 10 starting in quali, and Frenzy is desperately trying to get home in time. Why have we got no sound? Okay. Oh no, that one. That can close. Really should. One of these days I will get round to getting everything set up properly. Dry weekend. Thank you, Hobo. Why is there no audio? If you, Shaunicus, if you go on to your settings, there should be. Working. Nothing's working tonight. On the telemetry, if you set that to public, I should be able to see your tyre wear and damage. That's working. Oh, don't turn that up that high. Apparently we've got audio, but I can't hear it. This is really annoying. So whilst the outlaps are going, I'll put the drivers' stand-ins up. Thornicus with a 90-point lead out in front, Rapid in second, Elder third, Frenzy fourth, Hobo in fifth, Jake in sixth, Tesla in seventh, Scotty in eighth, Mrs. Carl in ninth, Speedy in 10th, Rocker in 11th, Panda in 12th, Sing in 13th, Spinner in 14th, Still Sneeze in 15th, Simseku 16th, Gramil 17th, Nico in 18th, Cons in 19th, and 610 in 20th. Let me go to that one. And that one. So that should now come up. Piers, Gramil. Hobo's on an outlap. Cons is invalidated. Through sector 1, from the purple sector 1. I will check when you come out of the pits, Thornicus. I'll see if I can see the relevant numbers changing. Is there game audio actually on the stream though, or is it just me that's losing audio? So 50.3 for Mano through sector 2 as he comes into the long double right-hander. 610 opening the times with a 131.8. Making his way through sector 3. Where has my mouse gone? So out in the final corner, and now the long run to the line that seems like it's miles away. A 131 flat for Mano to take provisional pole. with Thornicus, see if we can see any tyre wear starting to go. Nothing going at the moment. No, I've got audio back. Thornicus invalidates that lap. So Mano with a 31.0, Hobo's done a 31.7, 610 on a 31.8, Singh has done a 32.5. Thornicus's current lap has been invalidated, Cons has been invalidated. Speedy just starting his laps, we'll follow him through turn 1 and 2. And a spin on the exit of 2 for Speedy. Plenty of runoff though, so he's got plenty of space to get the car turned round without getting in anyone's way. So onward Jake as he makes his way down the straight between 7 and 8. DRS wide open, slams on the brakes into 8, keeps it tight to the apex. On the curb for 9. Keeps the car over to the left hand side of the track as you make your way down towards turn 10. It'll be absolutely flat out there during qualifying. And down through the gears as you go through the long right hander of 11 into turn 12, my least favourite corner on this track, and into 14 to get the car set up, and the sprint to the line, DRS open, crosses the line, a 33.9 from Jake. Should be good now, sorted it. Excellent. I will check when you're next out on track. Cons is invalidated again. Scott is still in the pits. Gramil just starting a lap. Through turn 5, a 22.9 through sector 1 for Gramil. Onto the DRS straight. This is a track that will eat your ERS if you are not tactical in your deployment. Flat out now as he makes his way down towards turn 10. Into the long right hander of 11. To the apex nicely, back on the power, late apex into 12, runs wide on the exit but keeps it within the track limits. Through 14 and the hairpin of 15. And back on the power, DRS open as he makes his way down the start finish straight. Crosses the line, a 32.8 from Gramil to take him into 5th. Still no tyre wear data from Thornicus, but I will find the screenshots after the race and get them tagged in the chat. So Mano still holding on to that provisional pole. Hobo still holding on to second and now rolling backwards out of turn 2. I've seen in the chat the exit of 2 is causing a few issues as Hobo takes out one of the marker boards, getting out of the way of Clornicus. 610 still in third, Singh in fourth, Gramil in fifth. Taking out a few marker boards there as well from Gramil. Jake currently sitting in sixth, Speedy in seventh with the 202, but he did have that spin on his first lap. So he'll be looking to come out and set a representative time. Clornicus on his way down towards turn 10. Frenzy has requested to join, so invite sent to Frenzy. And Clornicus makes his way around 13. Nicely on the apex of 14. It's the power down on the exit of the hairpin, and now it's just a flat out run to the line. DRS open. A 1:31.1 puts him into second place. So just over a tenth off of Mano. Hobo back into the pit, 610 still in the pits. Singh is not on a lap at the moment. Just coming through 11, no DRS in deployment, not on a lap. Speedy, Cons and Scotty all waiting in the pit. Mano is back out on track but has invalidated his current lap. Clornicus is on a cooldown lap. 610 on an out lap. See if Jake is pushing this time around as he comes to the end of sector 1, a 10th down on his previous time. We're through the chicane in the middle of the straight. I'd like him to run a different layout here one year. Just take the chicane out so it is just a flat out run all the way down. Into the hairpin for Jake. Back on the power. Doesn't look to be struggling for traction on the exit. Crosses the line. A 34.2, so 3/10 down on his best time so far. Mano back in the pits. 6:10 out and currently a 10th up on their time through sector 1. Coming out of the chicane, sector 2, 2/10 up, so this is going to push him up into third place. If he can keep it together through the final sector. Nicely through turn 11. Onto the curb nicely on the exit of 12. This car over to the left hand side, hits the apex of 14, over the apex of 15, back onto the start finish straight, DRS open, crosses the line at 1:31.5, so we took 2/10 out of his previous time, moves him up into third place. He'll have time for a cool down lap. We haven't got the fuel to go for another lap, so I think that will be the end of 610's qualifying runs. Mano and Thornicus both still in the pits. Hobo coming round to start his next time lap. Singh is on the back straight and 6/10 up, so this is going to put him at 31.9. Can he find any more in the final sector? Needs to find another couple of tenths to a couple of tenths will jump him up into fourth. As Mano and Thornicus are on their way round for their outlaps. We'll stay with Singh though as he makes his way to the line. 31.7 from Singh, so we did find another tenth, and that drops him into fifth, just behind Hobo. Gramil 2 seconds down on that run and has invalidated. He is out of fuel. So take on an outlap. Speedy starting his lap. Coming round 6 and 7 onto the DRS straight. Hits the inside apex nicely. Brings the car back over to the left for the run. To turn 10. 23 seconds up on his previous time. This 2:02 wasn't a competitive time, assuming he had a fair few issues on that lap. So into 14. Doesn't take too much curb on the hairpin. Onto the start finish straight. Crosses the line. A 31.7 takes Speedy into 6th. And then Speedy taking out the marker boards. Something Speedy moans about himself when people do that. We still got on a lap. Frenzy's done a 35.6. So we'll stay with Thornicus and Mano. Mano will be the first across the line of this pair, battling for pole position. Into the final corner now for Mano. Hobo jumps up into second on a 31.090. Mano crosses the line. He doesn't improve, but Thornicus does. Breaks into the 130. A 130.6 from Thornicus to take provisional pole. Scotty's into the pits. Speedy's invalidated. Singh's invalidated. And Cons is invalidated, so that is everyone across the line who's able to set a lap now. Just wait for everyone to bring it back to the pit. So Thornicus taking pole position, Mano in second, Hobo third, 6'10" fourth, Scotty in fifth, Speedy in sixth, Singh in seventh, Gramil in eighth, Cons in ninth, Jake in 10th, and Frenzy in 11th. Gap between second and ninth, just 1.2 seconds. Between second and eighth, it's just 0.8. So very closely matched on times. Could make for an interesting race. Hobo and Mano going for a repeat of the F2 pace. That reminds me, whilst we are just looking at the standings, I just need to jump onto Twitch. Resubscribe. There we go. Resub on to Hobo. As I knew that was running out yesterday. But it won't let you prime resub until it has expired, which is a bit annoying. So into the race we go. It's looking a bit grey in the pits. And still with the 3 pit crew sort of reenacting, I don't know, can I say that? Can I get away with saying that? They're reenacting Jesus on the cross badly, whilst all being inside one another. See what tyres they've all gone for. So Thornicus and Mano going for the hard. Hobo going aggressive on the start with the mediums. 6'10" and Scotty on the hards. Speedy, Singh, Gramil and Cons all on the medium. Jake and Frenzy bringing up the rear on the hards. So only 11 drivers in tonight. Hopefully everyone stays fairly close together. We can get some good battles going. Strong likelihood of a safety car though with France. Excuse me. Hobo's dropped back a bit from the leading pair, but is Kevin closing that gap back up now. way back round to the grid. Don't need the tyre data on for the start. So we've got the best view of the start at the moment from Hobo, looking down the grid. Colours have gone a bit funny there. Lights out and away we go. Hobo with a really strong start there, using that medium rubber. It's a great advantage, but 6:10 challenging Hobo into turn 1. Mano losing out there on the hard. He's dropped down into 4th, but coming under pressure from Speedy as they make their way down towards turn 4. Where's my track map gone? Frenzy up into 8th, getting the jump on Jake, Speedy and Singh. Singh's dropped off the pack. It's 4 seconds back off of Scotty there. Not sure what happened at the back. Hobo challenging into the chicane, taking the lead on lap 1. So Hobo really pushing on those medium tyres. Needs to make the most of this start. Try and open up a gap to Cornicus. They've already pulled a second gap over 3rd place, 6:10. Mano in recovery mode. So we've got those tyres up to temp now, settling into the groove. The biggest winner off the start has been Frenzy, up 4 places now on lap 1. As Gramil, Cons and Jake and Singh all into the pit. So these all for wings. So a wing for Gramil, a wing for Cons, a wing for Jake. No wing for Singh, but onto the hard tyres. So that's going to give us 2 packs to keep an eye on here. Hobo still holding on to that lead from Thorncus. Starting to open the gap. It's at 6/10 now. He needs to find another half a second to break the DRS. 6:10 under pressure from Mano and Speedy for 3rd place. Speedy will be looking to try and find a way past this pair to take full advantage of that medium tyre. As the pit strategy comes up, hards going to about lap 15 and swapping onto the mediums, so expect to see the medium runners in from 10 or 11 onwards. So DRS enabled now. This is going to help Thornicus close in to Hobo as they come down the back straight. Unless Hobo can do something to find the extra 3.5 tenths out of this corner. Found a 10th, but I think the DRS is going to help Thornicus, so gap 7.6 or 0.76. So they make their way onto the DRS straight for the first time. Thornicus taking about 2 tenths out of Hobo that time around. .610 has managed to open the gap a little to Mano. Likewise, Mano's opening the gap to Speedy behind. Frenzy steadily closing in on the back of this battle as well. Scotty holding on to Frenzy. It's within a couple of seconds. And then you've got a gap back to Gramil, Jake and Cons as they come out of the chicane. Singh is just coming around the top. Has Singh stopped twice? Singh has stopped twice, so not sure if Singh did need a wing and the game forgot to change it for him and he's had to force a second stop to get that corrected. Back to the battle out in front. Hobo again has the gap back to 7/10 as they come onto the DRS straight. But with that DRS, Thornicus is able to close in, and if anything he gets a little closer this time around as Mano and 610 are battling it out behind for third place. Mano looking to get the better exit out of 9. 610 placing the car perfectly to block that move. Still trying to find a way past 610's ERS flashing away. This will be keeping Mano interested. Mano with 57% ERS has a big ERS advantage over 610. This is allowing Speedy to close the gap a little as they come on to the DRS start finish straight. Speedy outside the DRS though, so drops back as Mano looking to settle the dummy to 610 into turn 1. 610 not being phased by it at the moment. Coming through turn 5. Thornicus a little closer to Hobo this time around as they come onto the DRS straight. As we drop back, Mano does get the move done with the DRS and manages to cover off the inside. 610 trying to find a way back past through the chicane. 610 though looks to get a better exit out of the chicane. But Mano has that covered off. 10 nearly fully out of ERS. Speedy dropping back half a second over the lap so far. Singh picking up the fastest lap of 35.0. Bit of contact there between Jake and Gramil. Jake having to take the escape road. I think that was Jake losing an end plate. It doesn't clear his telemetry, so I can't tell for definite. Singh is round on the exit of 6. Hobo still holding on to the lead. Thornicus though not letting go as he drags one of the corner markers along with him, but that has cleared the car now. Mano has opened the gap. That's Jake into the pit, so I'm going to guess for another wing. End plate definitely gone on that one. Mano's opened that gap over 610 to over the second now as they make their way down towards turn 10. Folder's gone stiff. flag in sector 2. That's Cons recovering onto the DRS straight. So Thornicus 3/10 off of Hobo as they come to the start-finish straight. DRS not as effective down the start-finish straight, but does close that gap to within 2/10 as they come into the braking for turn 1. Mano has opened up the gap back to 6:10. It's now 1.8 seconds. Mano extending that advantage over 6:10. Speedy starting to close in to 6:10. Needs to find another couple of tenths to get the DRS to really help pull himself along and get into the battle with 6:10. Frenzy plugging away at that gap to Speedy, currently at 2.5 seconds. He is bringing that gap down. Thornicus within 1/10 of Hobo as they go through turn 11. Thornicus really starting to push now. I think he's wanting to get this place back as quickly as possible so they're not being slowed down and pushed back towards Mano. This is really now the only battle going at the moment. Thornicus with a big advantage on the ERS, almost 40% more than Hobo. Hobo having to deploy to defend on those DRS straights. Thornicus just biding his time, waiting for the opportunity to retake the lead. He'll know with Hobo being on the medium, he'll be stopping sooner. But definitely like to get that move done beforehand so he is in front on track. Tyres are doing so. Hobo's front's on pretty even, 40% all round, and Malo on the hards currently in third is on 30%, so 10% wear difference between the mediums and the hards. As we jump on board with 6:10 as he has a fairly spectacular spin but manages not to collect anyone with that. Gets the car recovered and back on the way, but that has dropped him down into 6, losing a place to Speedy and Frenzy. 6:10 into the pits. Cons picking up the first 3-second penalty. So an early stop for 6:10 coming off of those mediums onto off of the hards onto the mediums. I think he's going to struggle getting the mediums to do 18 laps. Hobo still holding off Thornicus for the lead at the moment. Thornicus starting to deploy a bit more ERS, challenging into the left-hander, but Hobo has that covered off. But on the exit, Thornicus looking to get better traction, a better drive down towards turn 10. He's on the inside, side by side through turn 10. Thornicus does get the move done into turn 11, so Thornicus back up into the lead. Hobo now probably best to try and recover some ERS, stick within the DRS and use that to help recover some ERS. tyres on 50% at the front, 45 at the rear, so his mediums are going to start to feel unpleasant. You can push another couple of laps and stay with Thornicus, although Mano has closed a second into this battle for the lead. So I won't be surprised to see Mano challenging Hobo for second place within the next lap or two. But just within the DRS this time around, so this is going to help pull him away from Mano. Close him in a little to Thornicus. Thornicus with over half a second gap as they make their way through the chicane. And are losing out 3/10 there. Not having the DRS is a disadvantage. Speedy holding on to 4th place and running well. His tyres are looking well worn at the moment, but he looks to have the car under control. 14% difference all round between Speedy's mediums and Frenzy's hards. And about the same between Speedy and Mano. Speedy into the pits now. So lap 11 into the pits for Speedy, but he did pick up a 5-second penalty for speeding on the entry. This is going to bring him out behind Scotty. So Speedy rejoins, or will rejoin in 6th. Should easily clear 6:10, but he is going to need to get a move on. A 6:10 picks up the fastest lap, a 34.3 for 6:10. His tyres are nicely up to temperature. Speedy's going to be trying to get the heat into these as quick as possible. To try and avoid that challenge from 6:10. 6:10 with the tyres a couple of laps old now, up to temperature. He is closing, is not within the DRS this time around. Speedy managing to hold that gap at 1.2. Mano is now in the DRS of Hobo as Hobo peels off into the pits. So Hobo in on lap, end of lap 11. This is going to drop him down behind Frenzy and Scotty as Scotty makes his way down the start-finish straight. So Hobo coming out on the hard tyre now. What did Speedy run? I thought Speedy ran the mediums first stint as well. So Speedy going for the 2-stop. Hobo needs to settle into a rhythm and try and push to close the gap to Thornicus and hope that the undercut will work out. So Thornicus still holding on to the lead, but yet to stop. Mano in second, 2.5 seconds back off of the lead. Then Frenzy in third and Scotty in fourth. All yet to stop. With Thornicus, that's Mano into the pit. So Mano in on lap 12. To get rid of those hards as 6 10 is out of the race and we've got a safety car. Did that come out before? I think that might have come out just as Mano came into the pit. So this is going to work out beautifully for Mano. Dornicus is going to lose out massively here. Hobo back into the pits. Is Hobo going to try and push mediums to the end? He is. Speedy back into the pits. Speedy going for the hards this time around. And serving that 5-second penalty. So that makes sense because the grid is all going to bunch up as we go through the safety car period. So Thornicus currently in the lead, but Mano is going to jump him when Thornicus stops. I'm going to assume that Thornicus will be coming in this lap, but he's going to have lost out massively. 610, I hate F1 and stick to my F2 dominance. This track isn't the most pleasant to drive, but it's not the worst on the calendar by a long shot. I didn't see what happened, but I think if I saw on the map right, you were out at the chicane, so I'm gonna guess you touched the curb and it threw you to destination wall, destination barrier. It's easy to do on those exit curbs though, especially with how low you have to run the cars to get the best out of them. The curbs seem to have, quite a few tracks, have a habit of just slightly lifting one wheel, which causes just a pendulum as the other wheel gets traction and just throws you off and into the wall. So Clonicus did pit, comes back out into fourth, so manages to stay ahead of Hobo. Just slots in behind Scotty, and with Mano, Frenzy and Scotty all managing to get their stops done under the safety car. Thornicus has lost out on 3 positions at the moment. That doesn't mean he's out of the battle though. We've seen the pace that Thornicus carries and the consistency in his finishing. Be very surprised not to see him on the podium at the end of this race. Safety cars staying out, still a few cars to close up to the grid. So currently it is Red Bull, McLaren, and Alpine, Williams, Aston Martin, Mercedes. I completely forgot what car Speedy was in then, even though I was looking at it. Alpine and Alpha. So just waiting for Speedy, Jake and Singh to catch up to the queue. I have a feeling it'll be safety car in this lap regardless. So after tonight's stream, I will be back on at 10:30 with the Rapid Pixel Racing GP2 race. Tonight they are at Suzuka for a sprint race. It will be a 9-lap sprint and the 27-lap FIFA race, and it is safety car in this lap. So Mano will become the de facto safety car and bunt the pack up to allow the safety car to break away and peel off into the pits. It's just Singh to catch up to the pack, but with the pace he's carrying around turn 11, he will be back on the pack by the time that we go for the restart, and there he is on the back now. So everyone back together. Mano needs to time this perfectly to get the jump on Frenzy. Try and avoid giving the toe all the way down the start-finish straight. So around the hairpin they come. Mano still weaving, and now he's gone, and that's allowed Scotty to get a run on Frenzy. Thornicus and Hobo going side by side as Gramil gets it very sideways and into the pit wall. Speedy and Cons side by side. Cons going to the infield. Badly timed safety car, but I so fancy Thornicus on pace. Yep, I have to agree. Thornicus does seem to have the pace around this track. Did lose out on that safety car being called as they were at the pit entry. I'm sure he will find his way back through and onto the podium. Mano has managed to pull 6/10 over Frenzy. Frenzy pulling about the same gap back to Scotty in third. Thornicus though not letting go of the back of that Red Bull. Pushing very hard already on this lap. Not deployed as much ERS as Scotty in front, so the slipstream helping Thornicus to keep within 2/10 of Scotty as they come round the hairpin. Back onto the start-finish straight. Still no DRS as we have had the safety car restart. Able to open that gap slightly down the start finish straight, so it extends to 3/10, but Thornicus closing up through the corner. Mano's opening the gap to Frenzy as well. I think the rate Mano's going, he will break the DRS of Frenzy before it comes into play. He has broken that 1 second mark. Just dropping back a little through the end of sector 1. Still within touching distance of Scotty. Hobo trying to hold on to the back of Thornicus. Hobo also losing out, going for that second pit stop under the safety car. Wanting to be on the medium tyre, though the faster tyre for the end of the race. Everyone actually is on the medium tyre now. So Thornicus challenging around the inside of 14. It's going to put him on the outside for the hairpin. Scotty covers the apex nicely, but Thornicus getting the better drive out of the hairpin and pulls in front to take third place and go in pursuit of his teammate. Frenzy managing to close that gap back up to Mano though. The Frenzy and Thornicus are in a party and they're both working together to try and keep Mano in touching distance. We come into the start of sector 2. There's your DRS detection point. Frenzy just outside. As far as I can see, he didn't get the DRS. That's gonna give Mano a little bit of breathing space, and if anything, Mano's opened that gap down the DRS straight. Thornicus though has closed in, is on the edge of the 1 second mark. There's a move. So that's Lulu jumping in and Freedom. We've got a few reserves jumping in tonight for RPR. That's good to see. So it is looking grey. I know Hobo said it was a dry race, but it is looking like there could be a bit of rain in the air at some point towards the end of this race. Thornicus with the DRS, Scotty staying in the DRS as well, and Hobo and Speedy also in the DRS. A little DRS train forming there from 2nd down to 6th. Scotty just dropping out of DRS as we come down towards 5 and 6. Don't think Scotty will have the DRS this time. He hasn't. Thornicus has though on his teammate. I cannot see Frenzy putting up too much of a battle over his teammate there. Takes a tight apex which allows Thornicus through. So Thornicus up into 2nd and in pursuit of Mano. Mano with a 2 second gap though out in front. Thornicus is going to have some work to do. Got a yellow flag down the start for this straight. That's Gramil going very, very slowly. Don't see any reason for him going that slow. Stuck in 8th gear. He had a gearbox blow up. Back to this battle out in front though. Thornicus has pushed his closed half a second into Mano over that lap. We've still got a very slow Gramil on the back straight. Con's having a moment on the exit of 2. Frenzy holding on to Thornicus with the DRS. Scotty coming under pressure from Hobo. I think we're going to have blue flags for Gramil. Why is he slow? I'm confused for what Gramil's doing there. He'd slowed right down and is now getting in the way of the leaders. That just doesn't look right. Something if he's going on there. As he now pulls over to the inside to allow Mano through, then comes back on track in front of Thornicus, completely ignoring the blue flags, gets a 5-second time penalty from the game and still continues to hold up Thornicus. Camille, I don't know what you're playing at, but this is not what is expected in the league. You are a lap down, you need to get out of the way of the leaders. So Thornicus being held up behind the back marker of Gramil. Finally Gramil pulls off to the inside, picks up another 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags, and now back on track in front of Scotty, and contact there between Scotty and Gramil. And rejoins again in front of cars that are fighting in battles. I can see the stewards looking at this one. Contact there between Speedy and Gramil. Gramil trying to recover the car and nearly colliding with Singh. Cons into the pits. Is Speedy carrying any damage after that contact? It doesn't look like it, but that has cost Speedy a fair few positions. So Thornicus still back in pursuit of Mano. It was within the DRS before that back marker started causing chaos. Got a yellow down in sector 2. That's Scotty losing it through the chicane. Comes back on track into 7th place. So Scotty's dropped down from 4th to 7th. Thornicus is closing that gap back to Mano. Thought he would have preferred to have stayed within the DRS on the previous lap. So it wasn't close enough at the detection point this time around, but he is within the 1 second margin now. He's managed to break the 1 second gap to his teammate in 3rd. But even if the result were to stay as it is now, another great points haul for the McLaren pairing. Scotty into the pits, be for a new wing. New wing and a set of softs for Scotty, so expect to see a fastest lap incoming. On lap 23, Mano still holding on to the lead. Thornicus trying to close that gap. Has just slipped outside the DRS range again. Frenzy in 3rd, Hobo in 4th, couple of seconds back on this chase for the lead. Gramil is waiting to do it again by the looks of it. He's currently on the back of Speedy. The blue car that's an outlier is Scotty, who went for the pits because of that wing damage they picked up coming through the chicane the previous lap. But I will keep an try and keep an eye on Gramil and see what he's playing at. I might as well turn the tyre data off. So Thornicus is back within DRS range of Mano as he tries to retake the lead. Dust drops outside the DRS as they come out of turn 6 through the activation detection point, and does just miss out. Is Mano deploying a little bit of extra ERS to give him the drive out of the corner. Just to break that DRS, he's got 3 laps to hold on for. Still on the back of Speedy. So Thornicus back within the DRS. He will get DRS this time around down the start-finish straight. Can he find anything just to stick with Mano, as Mano deploying ERS out of the final corner? Wise Gramil cutting corners. I get a feeling Gramil's going to try and do something stupid, which is annoying because I want to be watching this battle for the lead. So I'm going to have to ignore that and go back to this battle for the lead. Thornicus with DRS this time around. Lap 25, he's got 2 laps to make this move and retake the lead. He is closing with the DRS and he is saving some ERS as well, so he's going to have a slight ERS advantage over Mano. Only a couple of % difference now as they make their way down to turn 10. The safety car has definitely given us something to keep an eye on. Still having to drop back and to see what Gramil is up to. I know if anything happens, Speedy will be on the report. So Thornicus now within 3/10 of Mano as they come across to start the penultimate lap. Can't find a way through into turn 1. It's going to be the back straight where he's going to have the best chance, the longest run with the DRS, but he needs to close up another 10th or 2 just to make that pass that little bit easier. Just a couple of % more ERS. Mano is deploying all the way down the straight though. Thornicus is closing. I don't think he's going to be close enough this time around. It's not, and Mano gets a slightly better drive on the exit there. Frenzy holding on to 3rd place, watching this battle unfold in front of him. Hobo in 4th. Singh and Jake battling it out over 5th place. Speedy in a bit of no man's land. He has got Gramil for company. I'm not sure he'd really be happy about that at the moment. Scotty and Cons bringing up the back of those on the lead lap. I'm going to come back to this battle for the lead as we start the final lap now. Can Thornicus find a way past Mano on the final lap to retake the lead? So into 3, through 4 and 5. It's the exit here, you need to really close up on Mano. Mano deploying ERS out of turn 6 to give him the best launch down the back straight. He's managed to open the gap to Thornicus. Thornicus not giving up though, closing up, keeping the ERS under deployment as we come out of turn 9. Mano managing to hold on. Thornicus closing towards turn 11. Ever closer. I think another couple of laps and Thornicus would have had this covered off. Being held up by that back marker has definitely hindered Thornicus's progress. As we come out of the final hairpin, Thornicus will get the DRS, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Mano takes a win. Thornicus in second, just a quarter of a second back. Frenzy takes third. Hobo will take fourth. Mano picks up another penalty. Gramil picks up another penalty for corner cutting. Singh takes fifth. Jake takes sixth. Speedy picks up seventh. Scotty will come through turn 13 and take eighth. So Scotty takes 8th. Cons will come across the line to take 16th. So literally just seen in the Discord that Gramil will no longer be a part of TTFL after the events of tonight's race. Thornicus, unlucky mate, you got screwed by the safety car coming out, and then you got screwed during the race by Gramil holding you up. But still a good haul of points for McLaren. But well done to Mano for the win there. Thornicus in second. Frenzy the final podium position. Hobo picks up 4th. Singh in 5th. Jake in 6th. Speedy in 7th. Scotty gets 8th. Cons gets 9th. Gramil across the line in 10th but has been banned, and 610 was the reason for the safety car after losing it out of turn 9 and having a meeting with the wall. So that has been TTFL Tier 1 round 14 at France. I will be back in, what's the time now? Blimey, it's only 9:15. Of course it was short quali. So I'll be back at 10:30 with the Rapid Pixel Racing GP2 commentary stream. They're at Japan tonight for a sprint race. So if you are available, if you want to watch another race, then please join me on that stream. Other than that, we've got the F2 Saturday League tomorrow. They are at Melbourne. There's various drivers' streams on Twitch, but commentary will be provided by Nevo on Twitch on Nevo Gaming. Then Monday we've got Rapid Pixel Racing GP1. I'll have my driver POV for that. Where are we? Monday. It's Abu Dhabi. So it's Abu Dhabi on Monday. Stream will be on Hobo's Twitch channel. And then we have the DXT FIFA Chairman's League, or DXT Premier League, on Tuesday and Wednesday from 7:30 on Hobo's channel. We'll be streaming all of the games for the league. And then I will be back next week again on Friday. Where are you boys off to next week? I don't need to do that. Oh yeah, if I go back to that one and go calendar, that one. There we go. So we've just done France. So it's Austin next week for TTFL, and it is a sprint race. We've got a few sprint races coming up as we go towards the back end of the season. So Austin next week for a sprint for TTFL. But thank you everyone who's been watching and been in the chat. Sonicus, Hobo, 610 and Stuart. I will see you all again next week. Take it easy. Bye.